Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jake. Today I wanted to do a video on something I normally don't do. I wanted to compare two vintage pedals of mine. These are some old Phase pedals, and these are probably my two favorite old school vintage pedals for phasers. And the first one I wanted to talk about was the Phase 100 made by MXR. This actual pedal is from 1979. This one was this model they call the block logo version because of the way the logo is compared to the earlier script logo, which is in cursive. This pedal here was made from 1977 to about 1981. And what I like about this pedal is it's just very rugged. You have it in your hand, with the battery installed, and it's like a good sturdy weight. And it feels like, to me, it feels like just rugged, like a rugged steel construction versus something like aluminum or plastic or something. So I'll talk about the next pedal here, the other pedal. This is a MP-1 phaser. This was made by Maestro, and this actual one is from 1976, and this pedal was made from 1976 to about 1978. I guess the cool thing about this pedal is it's designed more for stage. When you're playing on stage, there's a couple of things that it just has a better functionality. You can change the knobs, you can move the knobs with your feet while you're playing, and obviously you can turn the pedal on by depressing it with your foot when you're playing on stage. So let's go back to the MXR Phase 100, the first pedal. So let's just talk about some functionalities here. You have your basic input and your output. That's the thing. It's just quite simple. The pedal is very simple, and that can be limiting for a lot of people who want to play vintage pedals on stage. But, some of the cool things about this 100 is you have multiple depths here. You got, four different shapes of wavelengths, or not wavelengths, but the size of how the depth is going to be. You got your first one, you got your second, you got your third, you got your fourth, and you can move that accordingly. And so with this knob on the right, it says speed, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And that goes clockwise all the way to this wave here. And we will demonstrate some of those settings as well. And then on the back, you got your 4 Phillips screws. Now what you'd have to do is you'd have to take those off to get to the battery, change the battery out, and then put the Phillips screws back in. So that is the first pedal, and then you can obviously click it on and off. So the second pedal, going back to the Phase 1, the MP1, you got your 2 settings here, which is just called balls, which is the same thing as depth, and that goes from 0 all the way to 9. And the speed is same thing, 0 to 9. Now, the one thing I don't really like about this pedal is, to me, it's a weak design as far as the battery cover goes. Normally, if this battery cover was functioning completely, you would normally just pull the pin on both sides and pop off the cover, and the battery would be on the other side. This thing is broken here, so what I would have to do is sort of kind of maneuver it and take it out. These pins are actually broken. And then you got your battery on the other side, and you would have to, you can see here that this plastic is holding the battery together. It's holding it in. The thing I don't like about this battery cover is the pins tend to wear out over time, and the plastic that this was, this type of plastic, whatever it was, I don't know if it would be ABS or vinyl or what type of plastic, but it's like a primitive style of plastic that just kind of wears out and dries out and kind of hardens over time and makes the plastic brittle and prone to breaking, which is why you'll see a lot of these old MP1s with either damaged, repaired, or missing battery covers. So that's the one thing I don't like, and it's kind of just, it's a pain, especially if the thing breaks, then you got to get it replaced, or you got to figure some other way to hold the battery together. What a lot of people do with this pedal is mod it to have just a power adapter attached, so they don't have to deal with the battery. Other than that, you know, the functionality, like I said, the knobs, pretty standard. You got your input and your output. That's called aux and amp. And that's about it. You know, you got your rubber feet on the bottom that prevent movement of the pedal when it's on the floor. And that's it. And like I said, you know, this one's steel. This one appears to be aluminum. You know, this one's quite a bit bigger. And, you know, the good thing about it being aluminum is it does reduce the weight. So really these two together, they feel about the same in each hand. So because this is a lighter material and this is a heavier material, but smaller. So, you know, each of them have their pros and cons. And, you know, I'll let you guys be the judge of which one you like. But for what I'm going to do here in a minute is put both of these through their paces, just sort of using selected sort of settings on each pedal. I won't do every setting, but I'll just do maybe 3 or 4 settings per pedal. And that'll be it. And I guess you guys can kind of be the judge of which pedal's best. So, enjoy.